What's up, ladies and gentlemen? chuckfinleLP where let's play Shining Force: The Legacy of Great Intention, Part 11. We are here in the Shade Abbey chapel, and you can see we have a new enemy type, a ghoul, HP of 25, attack of 23, defense of 14, movement of 6, agility of 9. It's just a reskinned, stronger version of the zombie, which I believe these. Yeah, the ghouls can poison as well, so you need to be careful about that. But as I was saying in the previous video, this is a very difficult boss fight because even now, you know, several levels or several fights since we've had to deal with the zombies. Not that many, to be totally honest, but you know, it has been a few. They still are very, very strong to most of our people. Even our strongest characters don't deal a whole lot of damage to the zombies, but because they are undead characters, Blaze works out quite well. So you have to be careful about using it a whole lot. You want to save excuse me. You want to save most of it for the zombie, or for the ghoul. Yeah, that's where you'll need it the most. So he's almost level 8, so let's see. Probably could actually have him attack that one. I wonder if he'd actually gain enough XP to level up. Oh yeah. Well, didn't really want that to happen, but you know, it's good that Ken's already leveled up. He's been having trouble leveling up or staying level with everyone else, so it's good just to go ahead and get that out of the way. And if you see where Max is located, if you cannot move him before his path gets blocked off, he's pretty much dead. There is no way that you can, unless you move characters up here to knock a hole through the zombies or skeleton or whoever moves in the way. There is no way to get him out of there, because if Max kills something and moves it out of the way, then there will be another enemy character to take its place, and this is a very, very tough fight. In the previous fight, I was actually able to move him. Three of my other characters had gotten to move, and then Max got to move, and I was able to cast Egress. But sadly, I was unable to do it now, and I can see the results. But thankfully, the characters that are up around here will focus mostly on trying to trap Max right there, rather than focus on trying to kill your characters that are close by. So that can actually that's actually been a benefit to you, because you can move whoever you need to in place, and say such like your magic users. You can see kind of everyone's just, all of the enemies are lining up there. So if you can get a Tau up there, or if Anri has a Blaze level 2 at this point, which I highly doubt she would, unless you've either done a lot of power leveling or had a very tough time through the previous fights. That's really the only way that she would have a Blaze level 2 at this point. Even I'm still not even sure if she gets Blaze level 2, to be totally honest, but that would definitely work out quite well. Up there, you can see just how many enemy characters you can hit. Probably should have other people attack it and conserve her MP, especially because she has the ability to use Blaze level 3 up, or Blaze level 2 up there, and knock out 2 to 3 people, or not knock them out, but damage them, and have my other weaker people be able to move in and deal some damage. But I can't have that skeleton sitting there and move my other people around him to try to break Max out. If it was just a skeleton, that would be a little bit better, because you would have to worry about poison. But because a zombie can get in the way up there, you have to be even more careful, because of a zombie being put there and potentially poisoning max, because you know, if you get poisoned, there's really no way that you can come back, you know, fight that off if you have to continue to fight enemies. But if you could plug up the hole with one of your stronger characters, you know, Luke is one of my stronger characters, but he's still susceptible to getting killed very easily by a skeleton, or if he gets poisoned by a zombie. You know, of course that won't really work out in the end. But Gong's attack has thankfully gone up since the last time we fought zombies, so he should be okay. The ghoul will not move from its position, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. He won't move until you move more people over there, and I'm not going to move anybody over there until after I'm able to... Ken's level 8, so I don't need to use him anymore. Wow, I've never actually had them fan out like that before, I guess because Max is still there. I have actually put Max up here before and hide and just have him attack whoever came up here, and I think both of the skeletons came up there, as well as maybe a few zombies. That's why I'm talking. You know, that's why I'm able to talk from experience about why you shouldn't leave Max up there for a prolonged amount of time. But if you don't, the zombies and the skeletons will kind of just move around your other, yeah, kind of like that. But now the hole's plugged, so I probably should have just left Gort there. But that's not too bad. Thankfully, they think Gong's a easier target, which he kind of is. But he can still do quite a bit of damage, and I don't need to move you up there. Kind of thought that was May. XP you have 34. Yeah, we can have you attack a skeleton. Hopefully have Hans kill it, if not May. Yeah, well, May or Hans will not be able to kill it, but they can at least do a little bit of damage. May have low. How much XP he has real quick? 29. Yeah, we'll have him at least damage it. I don't think he would be able to actually kill it. Yeah, maybe if he attacked it twice, but of course he won't. But that leaves Hans in it. Well, yeah, that leaves Hans in a good position to try to come up behind and deal some damage. Either hopefully kill it. So these zombies are getting a little dodging a little bit too much, so I need to start trying to knock them out with magic, but I can't rely just on my magic users. And you can see just how bad off Hans is if he's still, you know, with the steel arrow and the power bracelet. He's only doing that amount of damage. I need to be careful here because I'm not sure, but I think that ghoul may actually come down and try to attack Max. I need to pull Max back and to try to heal him because he's not doing a whole lot of damage right now to anyone. So it's kind of useless just leaving him out there like that, but make way so I can move some of my other people up and try to get rid of some of these zombies. Yeah, we can have him kill that zombie, I hope. Need to remember to heal him whenever I can. And I'm gonna have to sadly rely on my magic users. I really didn't want to too much, but you know, they're just dodging too much. I'll be here for a very long time. It's like dealing with bats. I'll be here for a long time trying to kill them. Kind of hoping Chris would take a little less damage, but it is what it is. She dies. She's kind of a high. I think she's a high level 7, so that ain't too bad. As long as Max doesn't die. Maybe she can dodge. Alright, let me see. What do you have for XP? Probably have you... Blaze level 2 on all those zombies would be a good idea, but she would end up killing the one that's almost dead and taking the XP from someone who could benefit more from it. Need to have someone heal Max real quick before he ends up dying. Need her to kill that zombie. If not her, maybe Hans. Come on, really? Probably should, well, I probably should have used heal level 2, but it's, it didn't do, it healed him enough that I really didn't need to use it. Gong can't kill it, I'll just use, whatever I have to. I'll probably have Henri kill this one, and then I'll just have, Tao Blaze level 2. Both of those zombies up there. That's the only thing I can do. I mean, nobody's dying, or none of these zombies are dying. They shouldn't be dodging this much. Maybe it's a problem with the levels. Maybe I'm too high of a level that I'm not dealing that much damage to him, to be totally honest. I'm still taking quite a bit of damage, so that shouldn't matter. How much XP you have? 55. Yeah, you can kill a zombie. Or you can at least attack it. You probably won't kill it. Yeah, I was going to say, even if he got lucky enough to actually hit one of them. But thankfully they're focusing on May, and she can take it unless she gets poisoned. But even then, she should be okay, because I should be able to move. Well, I guess zombies are blocking my way, so I'd have to try to kill this zombie that's almost dead, and then have Lo move in and heal. I hate to, but I need to damage it at least. Maybe have Henri come up behind and kill it, or just have someone else kill it. But that's good that she moved to, that she's level 8 now. And she learned sleep, but I'm not going to be using sleep because it's a chance thing. It really doesn't work. It has a chance of working. There's no guarantee that it will work every single time you use it, and it's just a waste of MP, to be totally honest. Did Gong really get... Oh, wow, that's pretty crappy. So he's already level 8, so I don't need to... I'll block Henri and Hans, but he doesn't need to attack. So much XP you have? 96. I hate to waste it on this zombie, because he'll... Yeah, I won't. I'll have someone else do some damage. Hopefully Hans. Probably not, though. Yep. Maybe May. Probably not, though. That ain't too bad. Have Gort hopefully level up off of this. I know it's pretty much wasting it, but at this point I'm tired of dealing with the zombies. If he can kill it, kill it. If he didn't kill it, I'd probably just start sending everyone away towards the ghoul and have Henri end up killing it. How much much XP you have. 89. Yeah, you can deal some damage to the ghoul. I don't think the ghoul is the victory condition. You know, if you can kill the ghoul, I believe, I'm pretty sure, I've never actually done it before, but the ghoul is that type of boss that I believe if you kill the ghoul, the fight ends. But I'm pretty sure that he does regain some XP as well. I'm actually surprised. He is classified as an undead character, but and now Blaze hits level 2, so you're not too far, you know, from actually being able to use it. You know, you wouldn't even have to get hung up that much on a fight. You know how many times I've had to do the fights that I've done, so it really, you know, you power level one more fight or use Henri, you know, a little bit more than someone else. You definitely can come into this fight with a Blaze level 8, or not Blaze level 8, but her level 8 and Blaze level 2. Need to see who of my people actually needs to kill that thing, do damage to it anyway. Hans does. May just have Hans move up and try to kill it, but I don't think he can move up in time. Luke will probably end up dying because of my strategy. Yep. Don't need you to attack. Definitely don't need you to attack or get in the way. Can have Load come up here and do some damage. He probably won't do that much damage and probably won't kill it. Have Gong move up and hopefully do some damage. If he kills it, he kills it. You know, I'd rather him not kill it, of course. Oh, wait, that's him level 8, so. And there you go, and now heal level comes 2, so that's useful, but you can see just how far, or, you know, how long it is until he gets his heal level 2, which does affect his usefulness a bit, but because he is a monk, he can attack, you know, he can actually fight characters more than someone else could, or, you know, some of the other healers could, so that does help in his usefulness. So I'd rather not have anyone else die, and I'm not even sure if May could do damage to it, but because May is having leveling issues, I can have her at least. Really don't need Henri to attack again. I probably won't. Hopefully, I won't. Definitely won't have Tao do it. Gong doesn't need to. He needs to move back and heal. Well, he can stay right there and heal because he will. He's blocking Henri and Tao from taking damage. I'll probably just have Hans end up healing, or not healing, but killing the ghoul. It doesn't appear that the ghoul is actually reviving itself, so that, or not reviving itself, but gaining any more XP, or not XP, HP, so that's good. Pull Low back, see if he can heal anybody, for just because, you know, it's at that point of the, he needs to heal Luke. You know, he's only healed once, and if it's towards the end of a battle and you really don't want your healers to attack or kill something, and you want to save that for one of your other characters, you can actually have them heal even just small amounts of HP, because they'll still get 10 experience, 10 XP from it, and that will definitely help. There we go. So I need Hans to get his turn, so that I can go ahead and try to kill this ghoul. If he misses, I was gonna say, I'm just gonna kill it with whoever I can, and not worry about leveling anymore. So I guess those bodies were of, or I guess the zombies and skeletons and all that were the the dead townspeople. I believe the ghoul. I think that was the old priest here. In the remake of this game, they added a lot more story to, especially to Shade Abbey. They added quite a bit more story, and it kind of tells what happened. And so we just ended chapter 2, but that kind of tells of what happened, and kind of gives a little bit of a backstory as to why Shade Abbey was built. Apparently it was built because, and I guess I can actually just pull the information up real quick. There's not a whole lot of information about the battles and all that. That's why I haven't even bothered giving information at the end of these videos. So you can see we arrive in Bustok, a town built into the middle of a mountain. Not gonna move any more than that, but I do want to go to Shade Abbey real quick. There's no other information really about anywhere else. Just Guardiana, Man Arena, and this place. So for trivia, the dialogue with the resurrected people is a bit more interesting in the remake, as that many of the people talk about events that were current in their times. It also shows that perhaps not everyone buried in Shade Abbey is necessarily from there. An old woman speaks about the recent birth of Henri, suggesting that she died sometime during Henri's toddler years. A traveling merchant says he wants to try and set up a shop in Rindo, believing that there is a great trading potential there. Little does he realize that at the time of Max's visit, Rindo has developed into a wealthy merchant city. Another man speaks about how his country of Alterone is very poor. This place is his death sometime prior to when Alterone discovered the mining potential within its mountains to the north, which made the once poor country very rich. An older man in Alterone claims to have been alive during this time, placing the event roughly 2 generations prior to Max's visit. So that does kind of tell you that, the resurrected people and all that. Background of Shade Abbey. Shade Abbey was founded by people from Guardiana to hold knowledge of the ancients. The Abbey record and the priest's quarters read, and this is in the remake of the game. You cannot find this in the Legacy of Great Intention, but Shining Force Resurrection of Dark Dragon, which is, again, the remake. The purpose of this abbey is to prepare the way for a young man who will appear. Few know of the truth of the Legacy of the Ancients. The danger is unimaginable. The Legacy of the Ancients was created by the gods to confine a vast evil. When Max enters the abbey, Amon is standing in the path. She pleads with Max to save Balbaroy. If you go into the crypt in the basement, there is a man who seems disorientated as to why he's there. If you search the graves in the graveyard, the graves seem pretty messed up, looking as if someone recently dug them up. If you try to talk to the priest, he just tells you he's busy and to go away. In the original game, there is a zombie next to the priest. However, in the remake, it is a ghoul. Whoever you talk to will follow you and block your retreat until you enter the chapel. For some reason, this part does not occur in the remakes. The people will appear behind Max once he speaks to Balbaroy, but they won't follow him. Once you enter the chapel, you see Balbaroy, who tells you to run, that it's a trap. The priest comes in and asks if you've been praying, and then turns into Dark Soul. Dark Soul says it is fitting that Max should perish in a former chapel of light. In the remake, when Max demands to know what happened to the real priest, Dark Soul explains why he does not directly battle Max himself. Ah, yes, he knew even more about the legacy than even the King of Guardiana. Hearing this, I paid him a visit, but he was most uncooperative. I had no choice but to kill him. He was quite a skilled magician and put up a terrible struggle. Why I was seriously wounded. I would have liked to finish you off myself, but well, ghouls. The ghoul comes running up. I brought you your dinner. After the battle, Balbaroy and Amon join the Shining Force and guide Max and the Shining Force to Bustok. So yeah, that's they are the that just kind of tells you what's going on in Shade Abbey. But like I said, all of that is in the remake, so it's not in this game. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end it here because there's quite a bit to do in this town, as there usually is. An upgrade for the weaponry, as well as some more things that we can find and do. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you for watching. Next time, we'll go into Bustok. Until then, let everyone